Ninja cut the diarrhea. Pistol lie inside of the armrest. Yes. Lay a ninja down in his own mess. Don't mess. I said Holland Bull-ish. Ninja cut the diarrhea. Cheer. Shout out to Weezy, man. I try to talk to him. Gervonta Davis out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Listen, in this video, I want to talk about it. The haters can't stand it. Part 2 of the remix. Gervonta Davis is out. All charges dropped. What does this mean? There's a lot of speculation. We gonna take it back to the basics. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, get the out. Check out part 1 of the video. Gervonta Davis, he has beat the case, dropped all the charges. Now it's all of a sudden something else. Ego thoughts. I wanted to make this video because the first video, I wanted to just get the news out. So it was more so that, you know, a little bit of my take on it, but I just wanted to get the news out. Now I get to really cook y'all. Listen, the reality is this. The Tank haters, the resistance, old media, the detractors, they are in HE double hockey sticks right now because Gervonta Davis, yet again, makes them look dumb because he's coming out like Teflon Don. He's getting these cases and people that love him are supporting him. But the usual suspects, the resistance, the haters, they're preying on this man downfall, and it's such a sad sight to see. I'm talking fans, we're talking content creators, all of the above. And he's Teflon Don. He keep beating these cases, and this is why I got to do like Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot that I'm tight with D. Y'all must have forgot. We gonna run it back because here's the thing. I love my job. I love being a content creator because I say stuff, people agree, disagree, whatever. But over time, we gonna see what it is and what it ain't. And I promise you, my takes be aging amazing. You know how they say black don't crack. That's how my takes are. I say this stuff, you know, even sometimes I've had certain takes that seem wild and people were like, you're crazy. And everybody was against me. But I stayed through it 10 toes down. And in the end, I don't look so crazy. And that's the thing with a genius. When you're a genius, everything looks insane until it's done. You had Bannister. Nobody had run a mile in the amount of time that he ran a mile, like 4 minutes or whatever. So if you would have asked people, seeing how it had never been done, if you could run a mile sub 4 minutes, they would be like, you're crazy. But Richard Bannister knew. He knew what he was capable of. And that's what I do on my channel. The best in the business, and it's really not even close. So back to it, Gervonta Davis, a lot of the takes, not from me, but a lot of takes from the usual suspects, they age horrible. And see, this is what happens when you're operating with ulterior motives. I want you guys to know, that's why I'm speaking so real, so candid, because I want you guys to be able to see this in real time because people have lives and day jobs and stuff like that. So maybe they don't put it all together. So leave it to your boy Ego to put it in a nice package for you. Pause. So here's the reality. You have, I tell you all the time, there's a lot of low quality content in the world of boxing. You have people who rush out content and put out pieces of content to deceive and trick the public, hoping for a quick click, you know, not taking some time with the video, making sure the edit is tight, making sure the sound is good, but just fear mongering and clickbaiting. And you see it a lot with Tank Davis's name. You notice the people who claim they don't like Tank talk about Tank more than Tank fans, right? Like, I like Gervonta Davis as a fighter. He's a dope fighter, you know what I mean? But I talk about Gervonta Davis when there's news to talk about Gervonta Davis, such as this video, versus you look at people who claim they don't like Gervonta Davis or he's bad for boxing or this, that, and the third, and they talk about Gervonta Davis more than anybody. And usually it's Shakur Stevenson fans, it's Ryan Garcia fans, it's Devin Haney fans, somebody that is in direct opposition or considered an op, or at a point in time was considered an op to Gervonta Davis. That is the name of the game. So people have no integrity, low quality, and they're going to put their stamp on anything. So now we got to revisit it. Now that Tank beat this case again, and whatever kind of domestic issues he has with the girl has been, they didn't cooperate. They refused to cooperate. The mama not cooperating. So you can say whatever you want. I see people flipping and like, oh, he paid him off. You don't know that. You're just saying that. All you know is they're not cooperating, and the prosecution and the prosecutors are not moving forth with a case. So now we got to revisit the takes that y'all was saying in my comment section. You guys were saying this looks so bad for Gervonta Davis. People switched up on the kid. They said this is such a bad look. He's going to be in jail for 8 to 10 years. People were turning to Judge Judy and making his sentence. They were talking about how long he was going to be in jail. They were saying this is going to take too long. They're saying that he violated his probation in Baltimore. Like, it's crazy because some of these people portray to be street dudes, but then you're acting like more like the laws than a street dude. How on earth do you know the parameters of his probation unless you working with the feds or something? You see what I'm saying? Like, how you know what the judge is going to do in Baltimore when he got arrested in Doral, Florida, completely different section, and then you didn't even know the outcome because people wouldn't even need to make the content that they make speculating all this stuff if you just wait. Now, the funny thing about this is literally, I looked it up as I was making this video. The news broke a month ago. And this, hopefully this is a lesson learned if you plan on hating. The haters and the clickbaiters literally had 1 month to throw out whatever they want, put whatever dirt on Gervonta Davis's name, try to put up whatever smut and fear mongering and clickbaiting attached to Gervonta Davis. You had 1 month to do it because now the charges have been formally dropped. No one's moving forward with it. And everything that you put out is now null and void. I would hate to have a channel like that. I would hate for my channel for me to say this, that, and the third, and then a couple weeks later, 3-4 weeks later, everything that I said is now irrelevant. And that's why I always say on my channel, let's wait. I'm not here to speculate. Let's just wait, see how this plays out. But you guys believe in whoever you want. Believe in the false prophet, or you can believe in the prophet himself, Boxing Ego, the best in the business, and it's not even close. Because on this side, I haven't steered y'all wrong. I'm the voice of reason in this game, and I'm saying, hey, let's wait. I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. I don't know about his probation. I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know the girl. So why are people acting like true detectives in First 48? And even fans. It's not just content creators, it's fans. Fans like, oh, Tank's going down. He has a hit and run, now this. And people were talking all this stuff about his future, and now he beat the case. You look stupid. And here's the thing. This is the worst part about it. These people lack so much integrity, they'll just move on to something else. They'll wait and hope Tank gets in more trouble and then bring that up. Or they'll start bringing up Shakur Stevenson, like, oh, he need to fight Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? Or he has to fight Lamont Rhodes. Whatever they can to try to put a spin on it. And there will be no accountability to what they previously said. People were literally saying Gervonta Davis needs to be stripped and put away in jail. Stripped of his belt. He literally just fought my birthday month in March against Lamont Rhodes. Defended his title. It resulted in a draw, which Lamont Rhodes tried to fight and failed. And why would he need to be stripped? Like, it don't even make sense. So I know it's very miserable for the Gervonta Davis haters right now, because at the end of the day, everything they said is now null and void. They try to hate and hope he got jammed up and got in trouble. And you look stupid. Let's just put it that way. You look very stupid because he beat the case and now he gets to continue his career. People were saying he was retired, listening to a guy missing teeth who claimed that he was retired. And I told you specifically about Tank because he seems to have the most rumors about him. You guys believe in all this stupid stuff and then look dumb just a matter of weeks later, sometimes even days, 48 hours later. So I don't really have to worry about it because it's never me. Let me know what you guys think. Deuces.